there friends, this is Grace again, and I'm here with my fifth layout with my December kit. I am going to try to put together a double page spread. I haven't done that in a long time, and so I hope that even though my video, the way I did the video, it doesn't really look good. I had to zoom out so that you can see the whole two-page spread, but I hope you still like it and still get some inspiration and ideas out of this video. I used to do a lot more double page spread before because I am picture happy. Like I really take lots of pictures during events, and so I print a lot of them, and I do make a double page spread more than single. But lately I have been noticing that I try to cram as many pictures as I can in a single page layout. I don't know if it's because I'm running out of room in my scrapbook albums, that's why I do that, or it's just it takes me a shorter time to put together one single layout versus two page spreads. So I'm not sure why I kind of resorted to doing single layouts, but I used to do a lot more double page. Anyways, excuse me. This is a layout about a hiking trip. I figured I'll do a double page on that because I had a lot of pictures, and I'm still using the DCWV paper pack and using the back side of it as my white cardstock. I think I like that a lot, and I'm glad that there's like 48 sheets in a pack of that, and so I'm able to use a lot of it for my white instead of white cardstock. I printed a lot of these pictures on a 2x3 format, and so let me count. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's 14 little ones in one 4x6 photo. That's a lot of pictures, and I think that's the beauty and the curse of having digital cameras now, is that we can be trigger happy as far as taking lots of pictures. And it's good because then you can document the event really well, but at the same time sometimes I get overwhelmed when I have way too many pictures. Anyways, I hope that I'm not the only one that feels that way. Chime in if you do feel that sometimes we got way too many pictures that we can use or in need of. And if you don't, well, let me know how I can not feel so overwhelmed with all the pictures that I have. Anyways, going back to the layout, I'm using that chevron purple paper, and as you can see, I have just little bits and pieces of pattern paper left, and I really struggled with this page. I put it down or I left it, and then came back after an hour, and then struggled again, and then came back, and finally I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it done and be done with it, because I think the problem I had was that I didn't have a lot of pattern paper and embellishments left to work with, and this is my last page that I created with the homemade kit that I put together, and so I was kind of feeling bored, like I was doing the same things over and over again. And I think next time if I do this, if I challenge myself again, that I will do it differently. There's a little pause there. I just figured I didn't flip the video, and it's kind of wondering why all of a sudden it was a different angle. Anyways, like I said, I was having a hard time with this because I was getting bored with the papers or the products that I had put together, and at the same time I felt like I had to fill in a bigger spot, and so I just wasn't sure how I'm going to do it with the limited supply that I had left over. Anyways, I was struggling along, and I just did it. There's one of those pages where I just want to get it over and go on to the next one. But I'm still glad, don't get me wrong, I'm still glad that I was able to get this page done, because these pictures are from about close to 4 years ago. So I'm glad that I was able to get them done. I had made a blog post about this event, and so I printed that as well. For this page, process number 22 and 21, you notice that I had printed journaling instead of handwritten. What I did was I knew that I was gonna scrapbook these pictures. I kind of pre-assembled them and pre-planned them, and so when I look back on my blog post, I printed all of those events and the journalings on them, and I printed them off, and I just put them in one 8.5 by 11 white cardstock and printed them in little text boxes on my Word documents, so that when I do create the layout, I don't have to go back up to my computer and print it. Instead, I just have to cut the blocks. And that has really helped kind of make the process faster for me. So now I'm adhering the journaling on the top, and I actually printed off the date of that event, but I took it off when I adhered the journaling block, just because I just wanted to have that date on hand, but I wanted to use my stickers to actually put the date on my layout. So that might be a good idea for you guys, like if you wanted to use up your stickers, but then you have to always go back to maybe your journaling, your journals, or maybe your blog post as to what the date is. Go ahead and print the date with your journaling, but then make sure you cut that off, trim it off when you do adhere your page, so that you can use your stickers for the date, or maybe anything else that you want to add that's just like a word or a phrase or something. And so I figured that I was going to use the black doodlebug stickers and use that as the stickers for my layout and for the title. And it's a pretty long one, and so I'm kind of glad that I used the stickers so that I can use up all the letters on that sticker sheet. Well, not all, but most of it. And I'm glad I had enough E's, because don't you always hate that when you have all the letters except for the E's? I always use up all the E's in my sticker sheets. Anyways, I did kind of kind of a corner style of titling, where I put it on the top and bottom corner, and then I'm just going to have the state park go along on the edge of that right side of the page. And what you see me put in that little sticker thing is the stickers that are left, like in the A, you know, where there's a hole in the middle. I pulled that out, and that's what I was taking out of and putting it on the side. And then I punched out some circles from the pattern paper. I like to do shapes with like leftover scraps, so that you can't tell that it's scraps, that you can probably maybe guess that it was punched just so that it will fit that design, but actually because I was running out of pattern paper, that's why I just decided to use circles, little circles. And I believe I punched that at 1 1/4 inch size circles, and then those scallops were actually left over from process video number 21. As you can remember, I cut out the scallops, and so to make on the top bottom, and so I used some of that scallop there. And I actually used 3 different kinds of circles there. Then I'm using a sticker border from the Bow Bunny sheet with all the letters and stuff, and so glad I was able to pull that out and use some of them, because I did use a lot of the words, the word strips, and also the letter stickers. And then I'm adding some buttons. It's funny, that brown button, as you can see, I didn't realize that it got stuck on that sticker sheet, and I was looking all over for it. I mean, I tried to turn my table upside down just to look for it, and I couldn't find it. And so finally I just went to my stash and grabbed another pink button. And now that I looked at the video, it was right there all along. I just wasn't paying attention to it. So I wanted to use some more of that Simple Story sticker sheet, and I'm going to be putting some words on that. As you can see, I try to divide them, And I like to, with my double page spreads, I like to be able to do things, not just a visual triangle, but making it balanced. So whatever I do on the other side, whatever I do on the left side, I will do on the right side as well. So you can see I had that kind of rick-rack brown border on both edges, and then I put that label sticker, and I'm going to use some words, and just so it will complement each other. Now I'm going to thread some twine through the pink buttons. Actually, I have pink and yellow. So on that bottom right, I am going to use 2 buttons, and then for the left side of the page, I'm just going to use 1 button on each circle. And I'm using a brown twine from Doodlebug. I really like these two-tone twines, but I have to say I miss the just the regular twine. But the thing I don't like about just the regular twine is that they what are those called? Are those like hairs, or they have these kind of fiber, they're very fibrous, and I don't like that, because when you try to thread it through, it's kind of messy and it's hard to thread because it will unravel on you. And so, do you guys have any recommendations of types of plain twine that I can use? Because I really like the look, I just don't like to have to deal with the fraying or the hairs or whatever you call that. And so here I am trying to find, trying to grab the yellow, pink button, grab the pink button from my stash so that I can match it with the rest of the buttons in this layout, because like I said, I couldn't find the brown one that I originally wanted to use. So I will just use that in another page, or maybe in a card. So this layout is almost done. I have to say, I like how when you use printed journaling on a page, you get a layout done faster than, with the handwriting. Although I love handwritten journaling too, because it makes me try to leave some part of me in my scrapbooks, which is ultimately going to be with my kids. So there you have it, is my double page spread for December. Oh, here I am trying to add sequins to it, but it's not going to work. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I was going to add the date. And so I used a turquoise sticker sheet. Yeah, it's a sticker sheet. And I'm just adding the date, which is March something 2011. And I like those little itty bitty stickers, so you can actually add your dates, or maybe names or things that you want to remember, and it's not too big. And that is my page. Thank you so much for watching, and if I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for your support. I will see you when I see you. Bye.